Hey you guys, I am live. It's your girl Shiny Mac. Hey, it's been a minute. Haven't been on here. I've been sick, and it's because I'm now with child. So, I'm feeling a lot better, but a lot of stuff has been going on in the time frame, and there is definitely videos that I have to put on my channel. So, no, I have not that many subscribers, but as usual, people who are interested, you guys that get on here, y'all look. But I wanted to talk about these abortion laws and stuff that is just like starting to get passed around the nation. And there's been like a big uproar through social media and just everybody covering and getting their views on it. Also, I'm doing a live just so I can kind of get a feel for the live videos and everything. Hold on one second, something I want to do because maybe this will help with the sound quality. Mm, let's try here. All right. Okay. Should have did this before I started my live, but it's just, everything is everything, like I said. Yeah. So back to what I was saying, y'all. These laws that just got passed, I agree with them. It's a lot of people that is pissed off. They're mad. They're talking about how can people tell them what to do with their bodies, etc. And it's just like y'all not understanding that abortions became legal and were designed as an option, was designed just to kill off Black people. And that's what it was for, including birth control and things of that nature. They definitely did not want us procreating. And so now that they've done that, thanks to Margaret Sanger, it has backfired on her own people. And now you have so many other nations, white in particular, they have been partaking in this stuff quite heavy. They don't want kids, they're pro-feminine, and so much stuff is happening in these times. So now their population is dying off. And I believe that's the reason, primarily why they are doing it. They're trying to force these women. Now, I want to say it was over in the UK. They're offering their women, they're paying them to start having children because they don't want to have them. And it's like basically a survival mode at this point. And that's their main reason for wanting to get this. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. Maybe. Okay. See how this works. Hello. Yeah. And that could, that's an issue for them. It backfired. Like I said, it backfired on them. So, my views on things and what I may have a comment on may not be the most popular, or people don't agree with it and they just get angry. It's like the moment I say something, people get like highly angry, upset, and they just find dumb reasons to just be like, well, your profile picture looks stupid, or your makeup looks bad, or you this and that. And it's just like, really? We're sitting here talking about one topic, and then people want to go off into images on how people look and stuff. And it's like, that doesn't even matter. That's not even the discussion at this point. The discussion is this, not what someone looks like. Like, it's just crazy. Hold on. Let me get a test. This is what's happening in lives. That's why I'm going to be like everybody else. We all got to go through it, I guess. Oh, what are the odds? My daughter just texted me, y'all. Wow. She said, just saw your notification on YouTube. Once I turned the TV, this was the first thing that popped up. So it is definitely needed for me to talk about this. Like I said, abortion ban battle, near total ban approved by Alabama. So, all right, let's get to the state. I don't even know how I'm also supposed to do all of this. I don't know, y'all. Let me see. What's this option? 1 second. Let's get this popping over there. Hold on. I hope I didn't in my live video trying to do this. Okay. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's send it. Okay. I don't have any. No, everything else is in here. Okay. All right. Let's drop this down and get it out my face. I'm learning. So this is my first, not my first live video, because I did a live video before, but it wasn't from my computer. So I did a live video on my phone. So the format is a little different. And like I said, y'all, I got some stuff I got to do with upgrading, but I have been not in, moving in so many flights of stairs I got to come down to come into my studio to do videos. But anywho, let's start off with, I'm going to respond back to my daughter too. I know y'all like, oh my gosh. Sorry. So I guess it's meant for me to talk about it. It was put on me to start talking about it. I want to at least let this be a video of some level of substance to come back and talk about and everything. And I do have a video I want to talk about after this, and I got a little more energy than most days. So I'm going to try to get that out today. And then I'm going to go back and cover some of the videos that I promised to put on my channel for part 2s and things like that. Okay. So over in Alabama, they're voting right now, or they have voted. I'm not sure if it's been. Oh, it has. So it's been approved. If I'm looking at this title correctly from my daughter sending it to me. They approved it, and I'm for it. You know why? Because it's time now for everybody, not just Blacks, but everybody, to start taking sexual accountability for their actions. Now, some people will be like, oh, well, what if it's people that can't afford to care for the child and this and that? And I had people, battle with me or whatnot about that. And I simply was just letting them know, well, if you can't take care of a child, then you should not be putting yourself in a position to have a child, such as unprotected sex, no condoms, no level of contraceptives to use, or just not having sex at all. If you can't afford to have a child, and you want to go and be irresponsible, you want to just be sleeping around, you want to be promiscuous, then hey, what do you honestly expect out of all of this at the end of the day? What do you honestly expect? So it's just too much. Y'all don't know. 1 minute y'all crying about it's a responsibility to have an abortion. That was another absurd thing that I heard too about somebody saying that. And I'm just like, what? Responsible. Abortions are not responsible at all. They were designed to destroy a certain group of people, the undesirables, such as us, Blacks, Sorry, because I'm still looking around trying to see something here. I'm trying to work something out here with my mic. Like I said, I haven't done this, but I can still talk and do this. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm still talking and do this. Yeah, I had people upset talking about how I guess I'll put it over here. Talking about how they basically, that's being responsible. How in the hell is having an abortion being responsible of any sort? For one, because had you had taken certain measures, you wouldn't even be at the point where you have to make that kind of decision. And like I said, if you can't afford to have a child, you shouldn't be, screwing around. Or it's just so much to it. Like I said, this is not just with Black people. This is with all of us, collectively in society today. Like Murray Povich is getting mad rich. Well, he ain't getting there. He's there. you know, Jerry Springer, all these people to let y'all come on their platforms to humiliate yourselves. Y'all are highly sexually active, hypersexuals, and y'all out here screwing around like bunnies. And I'm trying to watch my language because I know some people be with the whole, you know, they don't, I'm sorry, too big on the whole, you know, cursing thing, even though it's not curse words, but we're just going to try to keep it sweet and simple here. Anywho, it's too much. It's too much that Alabama, I'm glad they banned it, because all they do now in society today, in the music, in the movies, everything, it's like they're training you guys to just fuck. And it's just like it's an obvious thing. Georgia, I'm glad they got it, because so much. That's the STD state. You know, I mean, yes, there is STDs everywhere. There are high rates in many states and stuff. But at the same time, what's popularly known, we know that down in Atlanta, it's ridiculous. That just tells me, like, the rates of HIV, AIDS, and things like that, even up here in the state of Michigan where I'm at, you got areas where them rates are super duper high. And that just comes, once again, from being irresponsible. Nobody wants to be held accountable for their actions. They want to have some measure to play the cleanup. So it's just like all these women out here, old team, no kids, or men out here saying, oh, I ain't got no kids and all this other stuff. We don't know. These women ain't out here just getting pregnant on their own. So either y'all have came to the conclusion y'all don't want to have a kid, so the man financed the abortion, or the woman just decided, so you got off that way. You don't have no financial responsibility to another life, but then you right back out here with the same repeated actions. You're out here just sleeping around because you feel like you're entitled to, or because you have such a large peen that you just got to make sure everybody know, or everybody experience you. And women out here, y'all are the same way. Oh, my butt's so big, and men like the way it looks, and or whatever in the heck it is, you know, that they try to find ways to stimulate y'all. It's like, it's not even a like, it's happening. It's seriously happening. You guys are charged by TV, music. They talk about it, and you looking at it, and then it's like, I have never seen an obsession with big butts in my entire life as I have in these coming years, you know, that in these recent coming years. Y'all look at TV, it's like they trained y'all. Oh, now, you know, at first it used to be, oh, a woman's beauty, her face, and then it went from that to how large her breast is, and then now it's to how big her backside is and stuff, and that's determining the standards of beauty. And women out here doing anything and everything possible to fit those requirements just to feel accepted. Or now it's the like game, you know, how many likes you get. Y'all getting DM, you're getting flued out somewhere, you're getting met up with somebody somewhere, you sleep around with somebody, a celebrity or whoever, because mainly we know, y'all, that's the goal. That's why y'all doing it, because y'all want to go viral. You want someone with some level of financial stability to see you so that you could be a kept woman, and you're purchasing things artificial on your body. And that's another topic for another day. You know, but it's happening. And y'all find yourselves in these positions where you guys are getting pregnant, and then you don't want no kids. So now y'all hot state, Atlanta, or Georgia, period, Alabama, in New York City. Now, New York City, they just straight up cutthroat on how they went about doing theirs. You know, you can still have one there. But the South is really locking down, and I really believe it doesn't have anything to do with us blacks. It has everything to do with their own population of people that are at a decline there. And one thing they are majorly afraid of for some reason is that we're going to take over and do to them like what they do to us, and they're still doing to us. So now they're fighting on for dear life. But we have to understand, you guys, that all of this is prophecy. You know, Satan got a short time. So now his time right now is starting to slowly come in and pick up and start to try to take us out like they did at one point. And that's why you see all these cops and just civilians and whoever killing blacks and all this stuff. They're even targeting black women right now and kids. So it's just like they don't have no chill for anybody at this point. They don't care. They're really just trying to make this back like a white dominant society. This is why Trump has this whole Make America Great Again campaign. It's stemmed definitely off of hatred to a degree. Now, some of the stuff, like I said, I don't take Trump serious. I don't get upset at Trump. I don't even, it's nothing I can honestly do, when it comes to him. That's who they want in place, and this stuff has to play out. So my emotional connection to damn near a lot of the stuff Trump says that may be offensive to the Black community, I don't care. Some of the shit I just laugh at because he a whole damn circus act on TV. Like literally, he's the apprentice in the White House. It's like he just brought his TV show to the White House. So, it's no point of any of us being in outrage. Only thing we have to do, as our word has instructed us to do, because we have instructions, Black brothers and sisters, and those instructions have been written. We were already given the heads up. If we actually look and study the Bible and stop looking at that as a sacrilegious book, and I understand that it has been contaminated, but you got to understand these pastor pimps and stuff have been put in place and trained to teach you guys lies, just like the so-called white nations and all these other people. They've inherited lies. We've all been inheriting lies, and we've all been in this big mixing stirring pot so that we can hate one another and go against one another and things of that nature. And it's really just a setup. Satan is seeking who he may devour. He wants as many people as he possibly can to go to hell with him. That's his destiny. And we have to understand this is our last chance. This is our shot. And this isn't about going and fighting back or going and starting stuff. I mean, we're going to have to fight back if it comes our way. But even when you see that, y'all just sitting back recording. Like I said on a post when they was talking about, not to just go too far off topic, but we have a very bad issue with supporting one another. And that just, period. Even if it just takes for you on the job to just say, hey, yeah, I saw something. I know something, you know what I mean? And it's concerning someone that is your neighbor. And they don't, even then, they don't even want to stand up for you. So it's just like when it's in a dire situation, yeah, I understand some people may feel, well, I don't want to die trying to save someone else's life or anything like that. I mean, we in a real tight situation that we don't even have a real community. And we don't have a real community to at least teach knowledge. Like a long time ago, it was some level of biblical values in people's homes. And it's not anymore. Now you got Nicki Minaj's and Cardi B's and Meg Thee Stallions, and I don't know. I can't even think of all these artists off the top of my head because there's so many of them coming out a week, and I'm not really, into listening to all that music anymore. I hear it from time to time, but like I said, they dropping too many new artists that I can keep up with. But those mainly the three women that I'm starting to hear about a lot. I try to stay in tune to hear what's going on because my kids are now coming up in this generation, and I have a new one coming along. So yes, I will have say-so input and pay attention to some degree, and whatever they're listening to, I'm going to hear what they're listening to. So these are the reasons why I'm familiar with some of the artists. And also at one point, I didn't know better either. So some of these artists, I definitely know who they are. Like I said, I just can't think of them off the top of my mind right now. But yeah, we don't have no sense of community. We don't have nobody to correct us. And when there is certain people there to talk about levels of correction, you're a hater. What's wrong with you? When it comes to this abortion stuff, somebody told me about the government. They want them to have babies, but they don't want to take care of the babies when they get here. And it's just like, hello. Well, then if you know these things, take accountability for your actions. Meaning, if you know you want to go and just have sex, right? You want to be on that type of stuff, then you need to protect yourself, cover your own tail. You're not going to go out the house without your license. You're not going to go and just unconsciously just get in a car and drive without a plate on it, knowing it's going to draw attention. So if you're not covering yourself when you go outside of whatever it is that you're doing, and in this case it's sex, what are you, who's supposed to be like, oh, well, yeah, go ahead. They're not passing this bill to say go and be irresponsible and just have babies. They're just trying to regenerate their own population. The UK wants to pay their women. Here, they're just going to force you into having these kids. And whatever comes from it, comes from it. We don't know. But one thing we don't want is people to just be irresponsible, get pregnant, have an abortion, to some degree or whatever, or try to, because some people will try. And I'm out of breath, y'all. I'm pregnant. We don't want to be accountable. We don't want to be held accountable for that. We just want to do what we want and get away with it. And somebody else there to clean up the mess, or the government's there to take care of the child. Like, just don't have sex. Like, seriously. If you don't want to use condoms or contraceptives, or those are the two things that's in place. And some people are like, well, if that fails and that doesn't work, because somebody told me that too. And it's just like, yeah, I've been there. Okay. I've been in all of these positions. This is why I feel like I can speak on it, because I've done it. You know, I've been in those shoes. Yes, birth control has failed on me. And yes, I have, taking action on that situation, such as the topic that I'm talking about. And that's just on some real spill, y'all. You know, I was a lot younger, and like I said, ignorant to a lot of the stuff that I see was going on and knowing what's going on now. I didn't know the things that I know now. And I didn't even want to do that, but I had no choice, you know. But at the same time, I have repented for those things. So there's not a soul that can come on here and try to condemn me for something that, you know, I've asked for forgiveness for. So y'all can save that for later too. You know, you can't make me feel bad about something I know I did. So I just want to put that out there for the record. But yeah, I have children that I've been raising. One of them, she's about to be 16 in a few months. You know, I have a 13-year-old, and soon my youngest, she'll be 11 years old. I have a little one on the way. And our child, we wanted this, we planned it. But at the end of the day, I knew what I was doing. I had birth control, you know, and this birth control works. You got to try out different birth controls that work for you. I've tried the pill. I got pregnant off the pill. But the only reason why I got pregnant off the pill wasn't because it just didn't work. It was because I forgot to take a pill one of those particular days. I forgot. And then they said, don't double up on the dosages. Just, you know, go ahead and pick up from where you left off. The next day, just take it. So that's what I did. You know, I forgot the time frame and all of that particular day. I got real busy. And then, you know, I got pregnant. So it happened. I tried the shot after I had my oldest daughter. And that jump made me, it just had me messed up for those 3 months. That stuff was in my system. And I knew that was not for me. The pill wasn't for me, because remembering to take something at the same time every single day, you know, that's a lot, you know, to try to remember when you're very busy. And they make sure they keep us busy. When you have, I got the IUD. That's what happened. I got the IUD, and that worked. You know, I didn't have any complications. Thank y'all. And even yet and still, when we having a contraceptive, when I had, you know, sex or whatnot with someone, I made sure I used a condom, you know. So in case, if I did in any case have unprotected sex with someone that I have been intimate with, and I get pregnant, at least I know who exactly I got pregnant by. You know, everybody haven't really grasped that concept. You have to try what works for you. If you don't want to have kids, you have to cover your own ass, seriously, because nobody is going to feel bad or sorry for you that you're stuck with a child that you can't raise. So if you're old and grown enough to pop your legs open, and this may sound very insensitive or a bit aggressive, or, you know, all the little stuff that y'all be like, oh, that's too much. And how dare you, you know, but I want to know what you guys think. I honestly want to know what you guys think or whatever. Like I said, respectfully, you can place your comments below. and to let me know what you guys think on this matter and this subject. And it's a lot, you guys. It's too much. And there's just so many people upset, and mainly our women, our Black women and stuff like that. And they coming up with all these excuses why this is a bad idea. And it's just like, but you're murdering. You're killing and murdering, it's just like you're doing the act and you're premeditating the situation. So it's just like you got all this going on at the same time, whether you realize it or not. And then you call that being responsible. Murder is responsible now, oh, well, there's some people trying to school me, young people, like I haven't been pregnant, enough times to know how far along you need to be before a baby has a heartbeat. Or how a pregnancy test works, or how soon can you take one, or how soon, some woman, could have been somebody young, more than likely, because just the comment was real immature. They said, what was it that was said? Shoot, I lost my train of thought. They said something silly on the lines of about birth. Shoot, I can't even get my thought out. Brain fart. Taking a paternity, the pregnancy test, and the person was not happy about the fact that they like, oh, well, you won't be able to take a pregnancy test until you're these amount of weeks. And I'm like, what? Then by that time it'll be past the time frame. And I'm just like, no, that's not true. Like, if we have to learn our bodies, the older you get, you will learn your body. This is why I say you have to take responsible measures for these type of things. You sitting up here just having sex with somebody unprotected with everybody, and we got Cardi B mentality chicks out here nowadays, and men who support what she says and does, because she clearly tells everybody she don't use condoms. She went on record and said it. So you know how many young girls look up and see what she's saying, and she's another person who says and does things and do not want to be held accountable for what she says. She just want to say, hey, take me as I am. I said it. This me. I'm not changing for nobody. This, that, and the third. And we just got such a cutthroat, childish mindset about things, especially when consequences come down. In these cases, you're not going to be able to get an abortion. If they pass it all throughout, now here, like I said, in New York, they so cutthroat with theirs, they'll kill the baby right out the womb. As soon as you push it out, they killing full-term babies. Like, you can do what you want with your body. Like, yeah, okay, that's a trap. Okay, y'all are going to have to live with that. Please don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And if we don't sit here and make this a serious discussion, this is something that is going to be life-threatening. And I don't mean like as in you are physically living in this state. I'm speaking on the grounds as of Judgment Day. And if you look at the times, we're narrowing really close to that. Not everybody's not going to make it to actually see the sky crack open. We will be resurrected. Everybody is going to have to answer for what we say and do. And one thing you definitely don't want it to be is, well, why did you get about 8 abortions or 10 abortions, or, and you didn't care to even repent, or however it is going to be discussed. These topics, for everything that we say and do, will be held to us. Please believe it. And if we're not studying this word to understand what Yah does not like and what he finds deemable to be definite judgment, like a lot of stuff that when people get upset about people who's just straight up about what's there in the Bible, it's a lot of people out here nowadays who's understanding, and we don't need to be sitting up in no church to listen to another pastor lie to us and tell us that, oh, the Bible is all stars and rainbows and just love each other and and all this other stuff. They promote this heavy to keep you asleep. And like I said, these people are trained to do that. This is why they get paid. They live tax-free. They got big homes and everything while you bowling ramen noodles in your pot. That's just a memory for them. So not many people on those type of levels are honestly talking about this, or even having sex education classes. Yes, even in the church, if you're going to be there, you have a lot of women that's in the church nowadays that this stuff should be discussed in groups with women. Now, I'm not saying that it's not happening, because I don't know, but to my knowledge, I haven't heard of these things happening. And this is a serious topic that needs to be discussed right now, because it's happening. And we have so many people, and mainly, honestly, our brothers and sisters, yeah, they're making decisions to take those actions to get abortions. But like I said, where it's hitting them where it hurts is in the white communities. This is why these bills are getting passed. It's not because they want to save Black babies, because if they did this to save Black babies, they wouldn't be killing Black people and trying to kill Black babies. It wouldn't be happening. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But this is for them to save their own race, because as long as that option is out there to have an abortion, they're going to get it. They're going to take it. And you better freaking believe that they will. No two thoughts about it, honestly. Seriously. And I'm out of breath again, y'all. But like I said, it's happening out here, and these things have to be discussed. If you do not want to have a child, especially with an individual you just did not plan on it, put a condom on. At least men, y'all take on y'all end. Now, I know I've been hearing about there's supposed to be this new male birth control. If I was you guys, I would wait it out to see who's going to get fucked up first, because y'all already know every time something new hit the market, somebody died, get killed, something happens. And like I said, just like with women with birth control, now that they're hitting the men, they could be sterilizing you guys. And as much, I know a lot of men are young now and they're saying, oh, I don't want no kids now. Yeah, you don't. But we honestly don't know what'll happen. And we have to also understand demographic differences too. You got different nations, different races of people and things of that nature. So with all of that have to be taken into consideration, because yeah, we all may have 2 eyes, a mouth, a nose, 2 hands, 2 legs, 10 fingers, 10 toes, true enough. But molecularly, we're structured differently. So that's why I said we have to see what works for us, because if we don't see what works for us, we're going to be fucked. Okay. So I would suggest y'all sit back and see who's going to get screwed with this new male birth control that's on the market. I don't know where exactly it is, because I know how they'll kick it out slow. Commercials will be about it in a minute. But I have been seeing it a few times down my timeline on like Facebook or something like that. I've seen some people talk about it. So I don't know how real it is. I haven't heard no commercial or anybody discussing it other than it just, being on feed on Facebook. But before me and y'all take this as something that y'all want to make an option to cover y'all asses like these women should, you don't want to have no kids, you don't want to lay up and have a child with a woman, you don't plan on it, you have to start with that. Start with the condoms. Those work. Okay. Do double on top of double, and then see about how the male contraceptives work for y'all. See how that works. But I would sit back and wait and see how that drug works on different types of people, because everybody's makeup is different. Even within our within the Black race, we're still made up different. Some stuff work and some stuff just don't for some people. Like I said, the pill didn't work for me because I was too busy. I had a kid already. I had 2 kids already at the time when I tried the pill, and trying to remember that and do other things outside of caring for my kids and trying to be on task and doing that every single day repeatedly at the same time. That was a heck of a challenge. Some people can do it. If you got alarm clocks and all that stuff, go for it. But try out what works for you, so you won't find yourself being upset about this stuff when it's not going to work in your favor. I mean, we've been so pacified and spoiled to some degree. And no, I'm not talking about us Black people, because we clearly know that ain't always the thing with us. Definitely not the thing with us. But those are options for us. And in this case, we have been, because nobody hasn't been able to own up to none of the stuff they've done. All these women out here y'all idolize so much have committed murder. They've been killing freaking babies and stuff. And that's why they, I ain't focused. I'm like, well, you weren't too focused on your career because you was raw dogging. Both of y'all, So I would just say the responsible thing is to cover your ass, get you some birth control, wear a condom, or just don't have sex at all. They got options and stuff for y'all to use if y'all don't, want to do that. I wouldn't honestly suggest it, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. And besides, it's all learned behavior. We've been taught this, and it's still being a program now for our younger generation to want to immediately be ready to have sex. and they're out here getting caught up in situations and stuff. So, and they're not financially responsible and ready to have a child. So these are conversations that I urge you have with your kids to some degree. Fortunate for me, this ain't on my kids' mind right now because we talk all the time about stuff, and this is not one of the things right now that they're definitely focused on. But in order for you to know that, even with your kids, you got to talk with them. You got to make sure they're comfortable with even having a conversation with you. But as for y'all adults, y'all grown ass people who already know what you can do. Oh, what if it fails? Well, then you should have a condom too. That way, at least you know yours is new and you don't run like poking nothing in yours. And you will know if somebody trying to slide something off. And for you women with the whole period topic, or I wait weeks to go and weeks out and waited for me to have a child. A menstrual or whatever, you shouldn't even wait that long when you know you've been having unprotected sex. You know you have. Why would you wait that long to even want to go get a birth test? Nowadays, you can go ahead and get a pregnancy test, and you don't even gotta wait. Like it's a few days or whatnot after you had sexual intercourse. They got all kind of stuff out now. You know, all kind of different paternity. I keep saying paternity tests. Pregnancy tests. Yes, there we go. Pregnancy tests that we have that you can use. So why y'all won't use it? Why? You know, y'all got excuse for everything but to just say, hey, I made sure I did what I had to do because I wasn't ready to have kids. Okay? It works. Okay? It's just you got to find out what works for you. And definitely always use protected sex, even if you are on birth control, because y'all nowadays ain't even afraid to die from HIV and AIDS and shit. You know, y'all not even scared of that. So I'm not even, y'all more afraid of getting pregnant than catching something. That's just crazy to me. Y'all got me going with that one. So I'm gonna wrap this video up because I'm gonna work on stuff that I was supposed to be working on. And even though it's past that time frame, because it all was like perfect. And everything was just hitting you with information. At that time, y'all was talking to me and giving me stuff. And I'm just like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, I'm sick. Oh, man, like just trying to sit up there and talk and everything. Like, you know, everything was just like, oh. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And I will be working on my new stuff finally because I'll now have time. But take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'm out. Bye.